what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Lineage Break, Grand Archive podcast, Grand Archive TCG podcast. When do we get over the calling it a TCG? Do people know that Grand Archive is a trading card game? Do we just start saying a Grand Archive podcast? It's not like we would say a Magic the Gathering TCG podcast.
I think once there's enough lore where I can have the lore corner, then we can stop.
Okay. All right. Not yet. Welcome back to Lineage Breaker Grand Archive TCG podcast. I am your host, Cam. With me, as always, is the glue, Steven.
Hi, Cam.
Hi, Steven.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Steven? I've missed you.
I'm back.
I've missed you dearly.
I'm here. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Congratulations on another fantastic casting job.
Woo. Oh, me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
I was talking to you, you dummy.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for everybody watching the stream. Thank you for all of the kind words. They really do mean the world to me. I have such a intense case of imposter syndrome, so the nice words feel good. So thank you. It's always a pleasure to be invited. Thank you for anybody that came up and said hello. I always love talking to people, meeting new friends. It was great. So we're back from Santa Clara, but Santa Clara itself aside, we've so much stuff to talk about. So much stuff. Lots and lots of stuff to talk about. So we're going to be doing a lot of newsy news this week. It's our favorite type of show.
Yeah, we are eating good this week.
We are eating good. Not only do we have Santa Clara news, Steven.
Oh.
We also have like other stuff that's come out post Santa Clara, which is crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff this episode.
So much stuff.
I will take this time to congratulate everyone that made top 8, and a big congratulations to one main deck Mitch.
Woo!
Woo!
All right, now listen, Dan.
Uh-oh. It's serious now.
What I said this to Dan at the event.
Oh,
I was like, why aren't we giving Mitch more time in the spotlight?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is an Ascent winner now. Mm-hmm, you know, give Mitch his own little,
little show.
Yeah,
little show.
Yeah, where's Mitch's time in the spotlight? I think they're actually going to be doing a like big recap and going over the deck. They all played Water Arisana. The deck of the weekend was Arisana, bro.
I said it a bunch of times in chat.
It's
Cam
crazy.
is eating good. His wife is a Ascent top 32, top 8, and winner now.
Winner 3 in the top 8. And I would be remiss. All right. I'm so proud of Mitch. I'm so proud of Cabin. All of our lovely Arisana players. Terry. All these people that made top 32 with Ari. Very, very happy. However, I have to give a huge shout out to Limbo and Bailey, both of which made top 32. Limbo made top 8, so proud of him. Playing Wind Aster Arisana, which is my deck. That's my deck. I'm very happy that Ari's doing well, and I'll try it. That water deck seems cool. But like, man, Wind Aster Arisana, whew. I was really, really unbiased now that we can talk about that since I'm not working. I was hoping so much for that man to win with Wind Aster Arisana, and he played really well, really, really well. So congratulations to him. I'm sure he doesn't watch the show because his English was not the best. I sat down with him and some of the developers, and he was like, he's such a sweet guy. He was showing me these really cursed I think they were for Line. They were like stickers, right? They would use on Discord or whatever, that were of Arisana, but he had to explain the jokes in Chinese, and then Roger would translate them from Chinese to English for me. It was so sweet. Yeah, I love that guy. He's great. But yeah, congrats to all of our top 8. Congrats, of course, to Mitch. Can't think of somebody who deserves it more. He's really put in the time. Hanky as well. It was a really, really cool finals. Like, both of those players have been putting in the work and playing in lots of events, and so it's really cool to see them get rewarded. So, good job.
Yeah.
Big event, man. 313 people. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone wants that minth.
Oh yeah, I want that mint, dude. Ooh boy. I'm not like June. I can't just like buy somebody's mint. It's like so much money, but man, she's so hot. All right. Speaking of people that are hot, I guess that's probably not the slide that we want to start with.
Oh,
but we have lots of
scroll.
we have lots of news to talk about. So we're going to go over our Ascent Santa Clara news, using, of course, the best avenue for news that you can get, which is the News and Articles channel
in Mitch's Marketplace.
In Mitch's Marketplace. So we're going to go over our Santa Clara news, and I've yelled about it in person. Maybe some of you saw that, but Steven, you guys all get to hear how Steven feels about all of the things right
guys,
now.
I will.
Woo!
I think all of this is great.
I know, it's all crazy.
It's literally great stuff.
And it starts off pretty pretty tame.
Yeah.
We're getting a new deck box,
Mm-hmm.
new Ascent deck box for Goja. Goja. For Utrecht. I believe this has been confirmed for Melbourne and Seattle as well.
Yeah.
Question mark. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is true. Goja. Thank you, Theo. I appreciate you.
I really love the color of this deck box.
Yeah, it's like a teal. It looks like a little bit lighter than the Jin one.
Yeah.
Similar like
color, yeah.
But like you can see the Jin one. There's one right there. A
Oh,
little bit lighter.
Is that the my Jin one above that one?
Yours is the one that's sealed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sean's got ripped out of the box. So
Why?
by me.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on. He doesn't need that box. Gojo's getting a deck box. No Dao-Chan. Cringe.
Yeah, that is pretty cringe.
What are we doing?
Don't worry. There'll be something.
I'm sure she'll get like a double or something.
Yeah.
But I don't even use the doubles anymore.
I know they're too big.
I know they're too big.
I use them I do use them. All of my commander decks are in double deck boxes.
Smart.
Yeah.
They're big.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Goja. Moving on, we have some Ascent reminders.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too crazy. We have Ascent Melbourne, which is March 1st through 2nd.
Yep.
Tickets went on sale
Today.
Or I guess they might not be on sale yet, but they are on sale either today or right now.
This morning sometime.
Yeah, because I think it's for them.
Yeah,
right?
it's December 13th for
Their time.
Australian time.
So go get your VIP tickets if you haven't. They're probably already sold out. Go get your champion tickets if you haven't. Those are probably not sold out. Something important about this announcement, they did announce that this will be the HVN world premiere, which is really cool, as it is like a week before the set comes out. So they will do a world premiere event, probably a recollection event like they did for Worlds, which was super, super cool. So if you guys are going to Melbourne,
I highly suggest that you participate in the recollection event if they have it again, because it was super fun.
It's so cool. So cool. So do that.
Kuala Lumpur is April 26th and the 27th. Tickets were coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Ascent Seattle, March 15th and 16th. Tickets December 20th.
That has now been announced. The page is up. I guess we can use this opportunity to talk about the page being up. I'm not sure. Sorry, devs. I don't know if this was supposed to happen, but the page for Seattle is up, even though the tickets aren't on sale. It wasn't like posted publicly, but people that are on the like Eventbrite following Grand Archive got an email, myself included.
I saw that.
And we got a little bit of a cheeky spoiler from that page being posted that the new Seattle forward, at least for the next few events, the new entry promo is Incapacitate, which is cool.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Tyler. I'm sorry about those Sapphire Incapacitates that you bought. And the top 32 promo, I'm sorry for me, is Mnemonic Charm. So that sucks. Thanks.
Just top 32.
I'll be buying your Mnemonic Charms. Please give me a good price. I promise it's to play them in my deck.
First time ever. A spirit that isn't a hot girl.
Mm-hmm.
He is a hot dude. Ooh. Yeah, inclusive now.
Shout out to Kaze.
Kaze, Spirit of Wind, is now the Ascent Wind promo or card, champion card. Spirit. Yeah.
Top 8. Spirit.
There we go.
Hot Boy Summer.
Woo! This is during our
Seattle.
winter, though. That is Seattle. So go get your hot boy.
I know exactly one person that's really excited about that. Woo! Matt Yorko. He's hot. It's a lovely art by Honshu. Obviously not for me, but that is 100% the point.
Correct.
Not everything is for you.
Right.
Some of it is for other people.
Right. Let other people enjoy.
Yeah, let other people enjoy. And something that's really cool that we will maybe touch on if we get time is that you can now have the ultimate sick 8-pack abs material deck champion line when you go Kaze into Vanitas level 3 all CSRs.
Oh,
actually,
that's hot.
Super sick.
That's hot. We
Yeah.
should. Someone should do that.
It goes pretty crazy. So that's cool.
Up next, we have Mercurial Heart Altar Edition, which is available on May 2025.
Dude, that's so soon.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Icebound Slam is like $60 or something?
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Did you guys know Backup Charger is $70 and it's a rare?
I'm real glad that I bought all of that stuff prior to this.
Yeah. So yeah, Mercurial Heart is getting an Altar Edition. This one's a little bit odd. They didn't really give us any details on MRC Altar because we have ALC Altar coming out soon, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But ALC Altar getting new CSRs, right? Getting these 20 new cards, getting new UR arts. And I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do for MRC. I assume all of those things. Maybe not new cards. I don't know. They haven't really talked about it. But good to get reprints for MRC. And speaking of reprints for MRC, they'll also be reprinting the Recollection decks for Sylvie Slime Sovereign and Tristan Shadow Dancer, with the caveat that they will not include the sleeves, and they will not include the 3 booster packs of MRC First Edition, because that's First Edition product. These are being called Recollection Lights. And I think this is great if these are printed in perpetuity. That's like really what I want for new players, to be able to play Grand Archive. I want them to be able to walk into the store and be able to buy the Recollection decks for their like intended purpose, without them all being sold out because people want to chase CSRs or open the first ed packs. There's like several times that, since product is so slim, that I've had players that are like, can I buy that Recollection deck for 3 booster packs? Can I pay $50 for 3 booster packs? So I'm glad that won't be the case. We should just be able to have these on the shelf for new players. It's great.
And presumably same packaging, or do they go into that at all?
I assume it'll be smaller, because you don't have to put in the sleeves and the pack. So it could probably just like be half that size. I assume they'll reuse the same like little boxes that the decks are in, but I'm not sure. Maybe the same boxes is easier. I'm not sure, but and the box is nice. So like, I guess that would be nice. Just get a nice big box, right? Yeah, that's very cool. Moving on to some big announcement-y time stuff. Worlds 2025 has been announced, or I guess it's Worlds 2024. I don't know how we want to.
It's a 20.
Yeah, it happens in 2025, but it is the Worlds for 2024.
Right.
Anyways, has been announced. It is in the United States. It is in Anaheim, California. And if I was a betting man, I know why that is.
Oh.
This is down the street from TM32 headquarters. So very local for our lovely event organizers. And I think that will allow them to make the like biggest, most absurd production ever. If you guys weren't in Santa Clara, it was just like truly insane, the level of production that went into it. For, just an ascent. And so for Worlds, it's going to be way, way bigger.
And that is June 27th and to the 29th.
Yeah. Something I want to talk about briefly, Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you took the time to look at the Worlds art, but we're getting a very similar art as last Worlds, where we're getting, like the villains on one side, the heroes on the other side, right? But
I see a couple people on this villain side.
A couple of notable things. First of all, I saw a sick meme. Mordred and Xander still, for some reason, completely missing. not at all in the World's art. Sorry, boys. You're not working hard enough. Poor Xander. Like Mordred, I get it. Sure, he's like a Cambria champion.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. But like poor Xander, man. Then notably, something that is a bit strange. We do see Lubu in the art here.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be a champion. We did have Crimson Tier on the last one.
Right.
But Lubu is evil. That like sort of makes sense. The weird part for me is that Jin is on the right side, on the good guy side with Goja.
Yeah.
And then Kongming and Dao Chen are on the evil side. Yeah, I can see Dao Chen being evil. I sort of assumed that Kongming was the good guy in our
well, I'd also like to point out Fel Eidolon, and she was like regretting it, but maybe in HVN's lore she's just gonna go full bore evil.
I think so, yeah.
She's just like,
because like the lead up to HVN was like, oh, we're worried about Jin's demonic pact and what's going on there, and apparently we're gonna have a big 180, and Jin's gonna become the hero, and and then Kongming's gonna be big evil sauce. So that's cool. Lubu probably not a champion. Sorry. They did have Crimson Tier in the World's Art last year, and she is very much not a champion. So, all right. So that's cool. Dao Chen thought.
Announcement for Worlds is Team Standard again.
Woo!
Very fun format. I got to play in it last Worlds.
Team Standard sick.
That is on the 28th and the 29th. A Day Zero celebration is on the 27th.
So yeah, this is also really important for anybody that follows the Grand Archive events. That in Christchurch was the first time that we had a 3-day ascent. There was like Day Zero activities, and it looks like Worlds is going to not only be a 3-day event, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but it's going to be a 4-day event starting on Thursday, going all the way through Sunday. So Thursday stuff, Friday stuff, Day Zero celebration, whatever that means. And then, of course, Worlds will be June 28th through 29th.
This is shaping up to being maybe like we fly into Anaheim on Monday.
Yeah.
And then fly out Monday.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big deal. Big long event, 4 days long. And that's great. I always feel like when we go to these events, the tournament takes up so much of the time that my favorite stuff in any of these events are the other things, right? The recollection event, silver, the announcements, the things where we can like really come together as a community.
Right.
And so I'm really glad that we'll have a couple of extra days to do that.
Yep. Next up, we have our Nationals 2025 seasons. So we have April is the EU Nationals. That'll be in Dusseldorf. Then we have in April again, we have the SEA National, which will be in Taipei.
Mm-hmm.
In May, we have the Oceania, which will be in Auckland. And then in May, again, we have our North America Nationals, which will be in St. Louis.
Yeah. I met some guy at Worlds. He was wearing like a strange Christmas sweater. And he said something about the St. Louis event being at his game store. I don't know who he is, but that should be pretty cool. I'm really happy for him.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I'd also like to point out that the EU representation for Worlds is the top 2 players.
Where do the other players go, Steven?
The SEA.
The top 2 players for EU are invited to Worlds.
Oh, the 4 players are invited to the Gauntlet. What's the Gauntlet?
What the fuck is that?
4 players from Taipei will be invited to Worlds. 8 players will be invited to the Gauntlet. For Oceania, 4 players for Worlds, 8 players for the Gauntlet. And for North America, 6 players invited to Worlds, 12 players will be invited to the Gauntlet.
Well,
what's the Gauntlet?
I don't know what the Gauntlet is, Steven. Let's find out almost before we get there. The Nationals pre-registration gift, which last year was a playset of Spearblade Ascension promos, is merch. We have merch. We're getting a backpack that has Lubu and her huge reasons on it for when you pre-register for Nationals. I believe worldwide. It doesn't say else. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, everybody that pre-registers for Nationals will get this sweet backpack. I've heard good things about it from those that have seen it with their eyeballs. Backpacks are hard. Sometimes these like promotional backpacks feel like super cheap. I believe in Grand Archive to not have that be the case, but we will see when we get them. They look nice, lots of pockets, and they have Lubu on them, so that's cool. You get one of those if you go to Nationals. What is the Gauntlet, Steven?
The Gauntlet is a one-day close invite 32-player event, which serves as the last chance qualifier for Worlds 2025. Top 16 players from the event qualify to Worlds 2025. So if you do not qualify at your Nationals, you could play in this event in Anaheim and have a chance to win your way into Worlds.
It's super cool. I love this. I think it's so like silly.
So like I'm a little bit confused on how this works.
Okay.
So
I'm here to assuage any of your doubts.
Okay. So like Dusseldorf, right?
Yes.
First and second get invites to Worlds.
Correct.
Surely those two players are not invited to the Gauntlet.
That is correct.
And it is the remaining 3 to 6.
Yes. Whatever the number is for your Nationals is the remaining after the places that are invited to Worlds. So yeah, in the case of Dusseldorf, which is 4 players for the Gauntlet, it'll be the top 6 players will get invited to Anaheim. The first 2 being qualified for Worlds, the next 4 being qualified for the Gauntlet, and if they finish in the top 50% of that tournament, they will then get invited to Worlds.
Yep.
So it gives you, we'll say at worst, gives you a coin flip to play in Worlds.
Yep.
So,
which is super cool.
Super cool, yeah. It allows more people to get invited, more people to sort of strive for that Worlds dream, and is way bigger spectacle for the spectator is very nice. The fact that we get a Thursday event that, assumingly nobody else is playing in, so we sort of get like baby Worlds on Thursday,
right? Where
like most people are just going to be kicking around watching this Gauntlet tournament to get excited for Worlds. And then obviously like the problem with Worlds for the spectator that is at the event, which we of course encourage you all to come, is that you're like playing in Ascent Worlds, so you're not watching Worlds. Like, did you get to watch Worlds last year? Of course not. So it's cool to get to be able to watch the Gauntlet, and then obviously like top 8 for Worlds after Ascent is over. So.
Up next, in detriment to Cam's wallet, the judge promo for Worlds is a Cosmic Astroscope. And boy, oh boy, she is beautiful.
Yeah, Hanchu really gave her some upgrades for sure. She's some huge reasons to want this Cosmic Astroscope. The problem with this Astroscope is, Steven.
There's this one?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. So there's the regular Cosmic Astroscope, and then there's the CPR Cosmic Astroscope. You do not need to judge Worlds in order to get this Astroscope. I think they announced that. It is sort of like the old judge promos, where it'll be based on judge level, but it will also be based on how many premier events you have judged, and so we don't know exactly how many you need to judge to get the CPR, how many you need to judge to get the regular one. I assume the regular one will be like pretty ubiquitous, like anybody that's getting their playset of judge promos now will probably get their regular Cosmic Astroscope, but I assume these CPRs will be pretty limited. So if you're getting one,
hit up your boy. You know the deal.
I'll pay whatever.
You know the deal.
I don't care. Just let me know what the price is, and I'll pay it. Travis, I'll buy it. I'm telling you, I'll buy it.
Up next, we got some sneak peek at some ALC altar cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope I am able to get a CPR, says Ein in our chat. Ein is our #1 judge, by the way. Right. Like literal #1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll get one. Yeah,
I think you're fine.
I wouldn't worry about
I don't
that.
think you have to worry too much.
I think you'll be okay.
So we'll go through some of these spoilers.
Spoilies.
I love spoilers.
If you wanted to see spoilers, Steven, that are not zoomed in pictures from Mitch's Marketplace, where would you go?
I believe there's a new website for that. Cam, can you tell the people what the new website is?
You can go to proxiuscodex.com to find all of your spoiler needs, and go do that, please, because it means a lot to us, and it means a lot to Trevor. Thank you.
First one we got up is a fire card.
Is that in Zali? She's hot.
It is in Zali, and it's also Polka.
Is it?
I think so, right?
I think there's just some random man getting electrocuted.
It's just a big dude. But this card is... Oh, no, this is not the one I'm thinking of. This card is a action cleric spell, costs 5. Class bonus, costs 2 less to activate.
Mm-hmm.
Each ally your opponent controls gains on death, deal 1 damage to each unit you control.
Until end of turn.
Then, end of turn.
You deal 1 damage to each of those allies.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
It's a weird one. It's like super busted if your opponent like deploys a board.
Yeah.
But it's terrible otherwise.
Right.
But like it does an absurd amount of damage if your opponent has like 3 allies on board, and you do that massacre girl thing where they keep ticking and killing. Defile for all of my Hearthstone gamers out there. Definitely very cool.
Up next we have what appears to be just Frostbind, but power crept.
No.
Frozen Dismissal is a cleric spell reaction that costs 3.
Mm-hmm.
Class bonus, it costs 1 less. Negate the target ally card activation unless its controller plays 4. Banish that card if it had its...
Woo, this card's so good! It's only allies.
Yeah, it is only allies.
So we have not power creep Frostbind. However, a real problem that the like slower blue decks have is getting run over by allies, and this is a way cleaner answer to cards like Storm Slime, because they will never have the 4 cards to pay for this. So that's so good.
Yep.
Every time they see a negate, this is just Frostbind, but better. Yeah, it is a more niche application, but stronger Frostbind, and that's really cool.
Up next is a 5-cost wind action cleric spell. Oh, these are all cleric spells. This card costs 1 less to activate for each herb you control. Put 2 buff counters on target ally.
What a fortifying aroma that is. Yeah, maybe good. I think there's maybe room for the herb deck to come back that saw like just a tiny hint of play at Nationals last year. The like Drought of Stamina, Wild Growth Elixir, Cleric Allies deck. Because this card's absurd if it costs 0.
Yeah.
It's just like give you 2 buff counters. It's like the best favorable wins of all time.
Yeah.
Saves your dude, makes them huge. So.
Up next, we have a Norm item Ranger Bullet, 3-cost, focusing round.
Woo.
On enter, draw a card.
She's got a gun.
Pay 2, tap it, or rest it. Load focusing round into target unloaded gun or weapon you control. 2 damage.
Dude, this card is busted. And our one Ranger player
was like, this card's terrible. You have to pay 2 to load it. I was like, Force Cake is a broken card.
Yeah, this card's terrific. Draws into hand. There's already lots of flicker mechanics for Ranger, stuff like Purse.
Right.
You can play, of course, Baby Green Slime to flicker your focusing around. Very good. And then, like, eventually you have 2 extra resources and it turns into a bullet.
Right.
It's like Force Cake, right?
Right.
Like, you wouldn't play Force Cake if it didn't say on enter draw a card.
Right.
You're not playing it for the 1 buff counter.
Right.
It's just, an incidental amount of value that you get off of your card that draws a card.
Yeah. Up next, we have Bombastic Sprint.
Not sure if this one's good.
This is the card that I thought about. This is a fire action ranger skill reaction. Costs 2.
Costs 0 if you're Polcock.
If you're Polcock, the next ranger action card you have has fast activation.
Oh, no, it costs 1, right? You can make some cost 1 less?
Yeah.
So it costs 1 if you're Polcock. Yeah. Which you are, because that's Polcock bonus.
Yeah.
You can't outmatch or outgun the Hawk. Thanks, Bell.
Yep.
That's a good one.
So this card just says Clam Cannon on your opponent's turn. Yeah.
Fast speed clam cannon.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
People actually might die to clam cannons now.
That dude is gonna bombastically sprint right at you. Look at him.
Yep.
Fastest man alive. Is that card good? Probably not, but it's sick.
I think, is this the last one?
I think so.
Okay. So we have Temptations Facade.
Mm-hmm.
Is a 1-cost Regalia item, Guardian accessory. It's water. On enter, draw a card. Nico bonus, Rest, change the target of an activation that targets another non-champion object you control to Temptation's Facade.
This is a bananas card.
Yeah.
Nico didn't need help. This card's bananas.
Nico just got a whole lot better.
Yeah. It draws a card, which is great.
Yeah.
It is a cost one, which in Nico is great because it allows you to put a lash counter on your Nico. And then in the matchups that it matters, which they exist, where like Mage Bane Lash is super important if you're playing against Luxem or Razor Gale or whatever, where they're going to try to remove your Mage Bane Lash from the board, or your like Vapor Jet Shield if you're playing against allies, whatever, you get to protect it for free.
Yeah.
It does not stop like activated abilities or triggered abilities on like Baby Green Slime, stuff like that. But any direct targeted removal, Zephyrs, Excaliburs, whatever, it does stop in their tracks. So pretty good.
This card's awesome.
Pretty good card. You'll play it, I bet. Next up, something we've been waiting for a long time, and there are some huge reasons to buy it. We're getting Christmas merch back. Woo! Happy holidays! In this case, in the form of Kongming Yuletide Cheer. And this is sick. Because, like, Festive Lorraine sucks.
Yeah.
It was like a weird card that was, like, on test prints and had a bunch of strange foiling on it, which is cool. And so, like, it's a cool sort of, like, relic of the game. But this is, like, actually really cool. Does go on sale on Christmas. And so anybody that is paying attention to how Weebs of the Shore does their marketing, it is going on sale on Christmas. It is not going to distro as far as any of us that have distro connections go. And so that means likely there will be merch day on Christmas Day. So look out for merch day on Christmas Day. And you can get this Kongming merchandise set. Comes with a playmat, which is super cute. Comes with an acrylic standee, very much like these that they made for Worlds. Comes with a keychain. Comes with one of the new single deck boxes that you saw featured at Ascent Santa Clara, Xiao Chao, etc. A waterproof sticker. Don't know what that means, but it looks like a regular sticker. A storage box. And then last but not least, comes with Revitalize and Cleanse PR with this Kongming art on it. 3 of which are non-foil, 1 of which is foil, and you do, of course, as with every Grand Archive product, have the chance to get a CSR in your foil slot. We don't know how much it is, but it'll probably be way too little money because that's how Grand Archive operates. You want to take bets? How much do you think this is? That's a fun one because I don't know.
I'd say it's probably $60.
That's lower than I was gonna say. That's insane. But yeah, I can see that. I was gonna say it's gonna be $100, but I think if you were to sell this at like market value, probably should be like $200.
Probably, yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. Oh, you get a tapestry as well. I didn't even say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a tapestry, you get a playmat, you get an acrylic stand, you get a deck box, you get 4 promos, you get a keychain, you get a storage box. Should probably be like $200. But you're right, maybe it is $60 because they're cursed.
Man, they love us.
I remember when they put out the recollection decks, and I was like, "How do you make money on these?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh," I was like, "Okay." So yeah, super excited for that. Buy your Kongming merch; it's sick, and she's hot. There it is.
Yep.
Speaking of Kongming,
big important news.
Woo, 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 woo.
Some of my most favorite stuff to talk about. Soon we are getting Kongming lore. Thank you, Belle. You make every month. It's exciting because I just love reading the lore.
I made sure to whoop in the audience when the lore got announced. Very exciting. There's going to be some exclusive art in it as well. I think Belle posted a little bit. It might just be this piece of art, but posted a little bit on her Twitter. She said it'll be in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
And of course, we will be reading the whole thing. We'll probably have a whole episode talking about the Kongming.
Of course,
lore.
we will.
So look forward to that.
I will force that.
Lore.
Another super exciting announcement that we got for merch. Grand Archive X M-Rage Astral Systems is coming, which is wild. If I believe correctly, M-Rage is a clothing company that
Yeah.
collabs with other companies.
Yeah, they do like bomber jackets.
Right.
They have lots of like belts and straps. I might actually be receiving it today, but I'm not wearing it. I did buy their Mori Calliope jacket that they just put out. They do great work. Super nice stuff. I saw like a while ago, and I think I probably mentioned it on the show because I mentioned it to a lot of people that they tweeted at Jaden, our social media manager for Weebs, what about a Grand Archive collaboration with the winky face or whatever? And I was like, surely this is a meme, right? But it was like, oh, look, that's cool. And then when they announced it, I shouted at the top of my lungs, it's real. Like nobody knew what I was talking about. I was like, yeah, it's super exciting. I love their stuff. Can't wait. I hope it's Ari. Thanks.
Up next was just a convention announcement for the major conventions that Weebs of the Shore will be going to. It's Gamma Expo, Anime Japan, Anime Expo, and Gen Con.
So here's my question to you, Steven. In your theoretical world, where you are Weebs of the Shore, right? And you don't announce, assumingly, all of the events you're going to, right? This just says major conventions.
Correct.
Right? And so something that I found notably missing is that they did not announce that they're going to Anime New York, which is a big convention.
Yep.
And so I was like, when is Anime North? Right? Or Anime New York, rather. Not Anime North. That's a different thing that they have gone to in the past. I was like, where is Anime New York?
It's in August,
right?
usually.
And it's in August, yeah, which is like very interesting. It's like, oh, Anime New York's in August, huh? And we're going to the Eastern U.S. in August. Do you think that maybe that is correlated? That that's an event that they've been to before, and that maybe that would be a great way to, get people interested in your trading card game. Is coinciding with a large anime convention. I think that'd be pretty cool, is all I'm saying.
That makes a lot of sense.
That would be pretty cool. And then I would get to go back to Anime New York, and I love Anime New York.
I get to go to Anime New York for the first time?
It's great. It's a great convention. That would be cool. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting, really interesting. Would you have to buy a badge for Anime New York?
I don't know. That is up in the air. I don't know. If it's like literally at the convention, I don't know. And that's like probably expensive to be literally at the convention.
Interesting.
But maybe, I don't know. Maybe
VIP tickets come with one.
Anyways, it's cool. So maybe we'll see in August where that event is. And then they're like, it's in Florida. And I'm like, fuck you. Like that.
Yep. Right. And then we got some later year Ascents to announce.
Sure do.
Ascent Taipei, September 2025.
They're back.
Yeah,
Welcome
Taipei. Back. And then there's one that... it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. It's not like every single person announced it or wanted it. We are going to Japan. Ascent Akihabara in November 2025.
Dude, Ken is such a troll. They played the video for stream, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I heard you want to go to the east.
The Far East.
So fucking stupid. I was seething. I was sitting next, I had Matt on my left and I had Trevor on my right. And like, the Ken said that. He's like, I heard you want to go to the east. And we instinctively, like on both sides, I just started holding their hands. we were interlocked fingers. And then they were like, we're going to Japan. And I was like, that is cool, but you suck. And then later we got the August announcement.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ascent Akihabara will be in November. I'm going to try my very best to be there.
Yeah, I am going to do the work or try to do the work to make sure that I have enough to go.
11 months. We got some time.
It's 11 months.
We got some time.
I'm going to try my best to be there because I've always wanted to go to Japan, and this is a great time to do it. We'll see. We'll see how it works out.
We will try our very best to be in Akihabara in November.
Correct.
All right. We then got a look at the new schedule, which we will be looking at almost daily for the next 12 months, as I did with the old one.
Right.
To remember where things are. There's a couple of sneaky announcements here on this sheet. So we'll go in order. So up to June, we have all those announcements. Mm-hmm. That's great. Then in July of next year, we have Set 7 DTR, which is exciting.
Yep. And
Uh,
spoiler pack 3.
Yeah.
Supporter pack 3.
Supporter pack 3. Get all your goods. Hopefully they put some sweet cards in there. I don't know what I'm hoping for anymore, but it'll be all like HVN cards and stuff, right? But yeah, so those are exciting. DTR, we don't know what it is yet. I think it's going to be a mirror world.
Yep.
In August, we have Eastern USA Ascent, which hopefully means Northeastern USA Ascent.
I agree.
But we don't know yet, and we probably won't know for quite some time. But that's cool. Maybe
That
it's
one-
in New York.
That one is going to be the one that I'm not worried about going to.
Nice and easy. September, we have Taipei, as well as the Mortal Ambition Alter Edition, which they said 0 words about, but is now announced for September next year, Mortal Ambition. That is, I think, a pretty good timeline. We got it, it's like about a year, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're hitting with ALC as well. ALC came out in January
Same thing
last
with
year.
MRC.
So yeah, about a year turnaround for Alter is great. Means that we can keep first edition prices high and make opening product worth it, chase cards worth money. But about a year later, when we're sick of backup charges being $70, we will get that reprint that will hopefully drive those prices down.
Yep. Ascent Canada in October.
Woo! We love Canada. Unfortunately, if we're going to Akihabara, probably not doing Canada the month before.
Probably won't be traveling at all if I'm trying to go to Akihabara.
Yeah.
There will be silver in Japan.
Which is so sick.
That is announced for November. And then PTM Set 8 is announced for December.
Woo! So yeah, that's our next block has been announced, and that gives you sort of a look at what our timeline's going to look like. It seems a little bit.
I'd also like to point out
stretched
because there was other things that were announced in this that I hadn't seen prior.
Mm.
All of our Revel Fests have all been announced as well.
Yeah, all should be at the end of those seasons, so a couple of weeks before the new set comes out. It looks like Revel Fest will coincide with Seattle, and it will also coincide with Akihabara.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if the events obviously will be on the dates that are Revel Fest, but that would be pretty cool. That's what they did
Revel
for
Fest
Worlds
is
last year.
also for Worlds, yeah.
Very, very cool. It looks like sets are a little bit spread out, though. July to December is quite a long time between sets. Obviously, we now have that nice Alter Edition thing that sort of revitalizes a format, so we'll have Mortal Ambition halfway through those.
Right.
And hopefully it'll be the same case as ALC, and we'll get some new cards and revitalize the format.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's our schedule for 2025, and then that is it for Ascent Santa Clara. So lots of big announcements. Cool to see all of the future things coming. Lots of things for us to be excited for. Before we're done talking about newsy news, other things to be excited for is ALC Alter is right around the corner. As of recording, is 4 weeks from today that it comes out. Just 4 weeks, and we'll have some new cards to play with. And one of those new cards is Vanitas Dominus Rex. I made a tweet and called him Abdominus Flex on Twitter, and I was really, really proud of that. So
go like
that tweet. I was really proud of that stupid pun because he's got 65 abs. Of course, this is Honshu art, and we know that Han loves, so the drawing abs and or the other things for female characters.
This is our first level 3 champion that is non-advanced element.
So true.
He is a wind element champion. He is Vanitas lineage. No surprise there. He has 3 attack and 25 health, making him the continuing to be a punching champion, which is very cool. He has a special ability, however, where you may activate this card from your Mutatiro deck. It costs 1 less to activate for every 3 damage your champion has dealt to another champion this turn. So that's cool. And then he has on champion hit, cards your opponent materialize, costs 1 more to materialize until the beginning of your next turn.
Dude, this guy's nuts.
Yeah,
this card's nuts.
This card's sick.
It's actually crazy. Vanitas is back. He's back on the menu.
Yeah.
This is a problem that we had with Vanitas for a long time, right? And it's a problem that you have with Lineage break champions in general, who Vanitas is no longer one of, is that being stuck at that level 2 Lineage is sometimes a real detriment. And so if you're not a level 3 deck, you have to make sort of like concessions, right? You have to be like a very tempo-oriented deck, or you don't survive into the late game, because a lot of these advanced element decks deal an absurd amount of damage. We see, Storm Slime running the format, right? You're not allowed to just have 22 health. But we see that Vanitas has like not only a level 3 accessible to him, but it's like virtually free. So he gets to stay as this sort of like aggressive wind tempo deck that they want him to be. I think without Razorgale Calling, as they want him to be this sort of aggressive wind tempo deck, and maybe you still play Razorgale, but that's beyond the point. It gives you this ability to, at the very worst, like dungeon guide yourself for free if you just, attack for 2 or 3, or I guess 3 or 4. But the combination of Dominating Strike and Vanitas level 2's ability makes it very easy to make Vanitas level 3 cost 1. Just have to hit for 6, which is very doable. And then, of course, if you hit for 9 as Vanitas level 2, you do get to just level up for free. So, very, very strong. I'm curious if we'll get any Wake Up Your Champion effects that can be used in Cleric. They're currently all in Warrior, I think. But if we get Wake Up Your Champion abilities, he goes absolutely crazy, because he does inherit sort of his on-hit ability from his level 2. It becomes a lot easier to accomplish at level 3, and does make a real headache for your opponents to play the game. So I think that Vanitas is probably finally something that they've been trying to do since ALC, and we're back in ALC, I guess, is make this like Wind Hate Bearers deck, with cards like Eternal Magistrate and Blessed Clergy, are sort of, I think, designed with this Vanitas in mind, to just like be an aggressive deck that makes it really hard for your opponent to play the game and sort of slows them down at every opportunity that you can.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. So Vanitas is cool, man.
I've always thought Vanitas was cool. I always thought Windy Punch was cool.
Yeah, dude.
It just wasn't viable.
Yeah, I think he's good now. So you're not just playing him for his Glimpse 4 like you were in Toronto.
Right.
You're probably playing Vanitas for his text, which is sick.
Which
Love
is what I've
text.
always wanted to do.
Dude, you can play Fragmented Spirit, and it's actually good now. You
I
just,
know.
like, get to level like very easily.
Right. It's very cool.
Yeah, man. It's sick. So very, very happy for Mr. Vanitas. There he is. He's going to be a bunch of money, I think. So more reasons to open
also,
ALC.
You can have a sick pecked line all the way up, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
You can, go from your Kaze, a Wind Spirit, up into your entire CSR Vanitas line.
Goes pretty crazy. If you're a boy enjoyer, you can do some boy enjoying, or you can play a different color too. That's totally reasonable. Maybe you want to play a water deck, and Vanitas unlocks your second basic element immediately. It's very cool.
I was a big fan of the Snow Fairy, Dream Fairy, Vanitas just stuff. I thought that was very cute. So who knows?
Yeah, man. That's great. So yeah, that's all the info that we have for you. If you want to look at Vanitas' abs, you can go to proxiescodex.com. Find the spoilers there. We talked a little bit about the Seattle stuff already, and so I think that covers all of our newsy news for the week, man. That's a lot. Still got to wait for some more ALC cards. So here's my question that I don't know. Developers in chat, hello. You could answer. That would be great. We have seen now, what, like six cards? 7 cards?
No, it's
7.
7, yeah, 7.
Yeah. So we've seen 7 of 20 new cards, which is pretty cool. We also have like new CSRs that we haven't seen, new UR arts, which are like sort of spoilers. Maybe they want to keep those under wraps for when the set comes out. But where are spoilers? Are we gonna do a little spoiler season? Give old Steve and I a spoiler, and we can make a video for you. That's all I'm saying. Could be cool.
Could be cool.
We only have 4 weeks until the set comes out.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just want them to be secrets. That's fine.
Yeah,
too.
that's fine too. But also, like, HVN's coming up too.
I know, right? So many things to do spoilers for. Here's my question for you, Steve. Just keep an eye on socials. All right, that's fine.
That's
all right. Whatever, Theo.
Thanks, Theo.
Yeah, whatever. This is not something that I really expected. Well, I guess it was like in our. We've like discussed it, but it was sort of like what if this happens? Not this is going to happen. And so something that is worth noting, which I think would be like super sick, is that, and a way to encourage people to buy ALC, which is hopefully their point. When we heard about the new CSRs that were coming in ALC Alter, there are 7 new CSRs. And of cards that we knew needed to be CSRs is Nico, Polcock, Vanitas 1 and 2, right? Which is 4. Mm-hmm. We now see Vanitas level 3 is going to be our 5th CSR. And I don't know if this is off camera or not. Sorry, I say that a lot, but it is true. I don't remember what I say where. But I had a long discussion. I think it was with Sean, so maybe it was off camera, about like what other cards could be CSR, like what other uniques are they going to make CSR. And I think aside from like some pretty bad cards like Bertha or whatever, which sure you can make a Bertha CSR if you want, I think that they hit most of the uniques that they want to in ALC. Mm-hmm. So what if we're getting 2 more new CSRs? Who knows? That are new cards that they make squiggly.
Could I just say?
No.
I'm gonna say it.
No.
I'm gonna say it. It was Polcock and Nico.
No.
Yeah, Polcock and Nico.
No.
Yeah, chat Polcock and Nico.
I don't know if we're allowed
level 3s.
I don't know if we're allowed to do that. I don't think that you can give Nico a level 3.
No, you can't.
Should be so busted. Yeah. You can give Polcock a level 3. I think that's fine. But Nico level 3, we can't do this. We can't. No.
I don't.
He's already got 31 health. Fucked.
Nico CSR will be coming. Don't worry about that one.
That one's basically been confirmed by Celadar, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe some other cards. I don't know. New cards get squiggly treatments. We've seen 10, right? So we've seen half of them. Mm-hmm. Like we've seen the text for 7, but we got the art for those 3 in Christchurch.
Right.
So we've seen the art for 10 cards. So we're 50% of the way there. So hopefully by next week we'll have some more spoilers to talk about, right? Grand Archive TCG? Yeah. I agree. That would be so cool. Merry Christmas.
They're just waiting for us to click off the stream so they can start posting it.
I would love that.
It happens every time.
Yeah,
they troll us.
The worst. So that's I think that's a bit. I think that's all that we have to talk about today. Sorry, I'm really out of it. I haven't had a day off since last week, and it's been a long couple of weeks. I need some sleep, and my body's falling apart. But we will be back next week, right, Steve? You don't have anything going on the 20th of December?
No, I do not. I will be here to see your beautiful faces.
Woo! So yeah, we'll be back next week. If you have anything you guys want us to talk about, please do let us know. Maybe we'll have some newsy news to talk about. I don't assume that we'll have Laura yet. She did say a couple of weeks. Yeah. So we'll have to wait until
that'll
Christmas
be for
time.
Our Christmas time.
That's true.
Our New Year stream or whatever.
If you guys would like a video of Steve and I sitting by a fire saying absolutely no words for an hour, I was thinking about doing that, so let me know. So I really like you've seen those. The people do them all the time.
Yule logs?
They're just really stupid. Yeah. Where it's just sitting by a fire, literally saying nothing for an hour. So maybe you can look forward to that this Christmas season. That's on the that's on the docket.
I would love actually. Can we just do that regardless? Because I would love just to have a Yule log of us.
That's true.
That I can just put on my TV.
The developers promised that if we do a Yule log video for some amount of time, that at the end they'll give us a spoiler. Oh, that's not true. They didn't say that. But I'm speaking it into existence.
I was gonna say I'll go get my ugly sweater right now, and we can just do it
for 6 hours. Yeah. Just sit there, and if you watch till the end, no, that's not true. But maybe we will do a Yule log thing. I think that would be funny. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you again. If you do a 24-hour Yule log stream, I'll post a spoiler. Okay, great. Done. 24 hours. Locked in. 3 hours for spoiler. Done.
That's from official.
I thought that we could maybe summon him with that one. Done. 3 hours. Pog. Sold.
Yep.
What's your schedule look like, Steve? When do you want to do the
today?
The Yule log live stream? No, we gotta plan it. I'm gonna make a nice Yule log set.
All right. So you should let me know.
Maybe next week. We can maybe do it next week.
You just let me know.
Yeah, for Christmas. Okay. All right. We'll work out the details. We'll let you guys know. Nailed it. Gotcha. Yeah, we have to like get a fireplace. Like I'm not just gonna do it here. Like surely we're gonna sit with some with some chairs, have a nice hot cocoa,
maybe some nog.
Yeah. But no words.
Love me.
That's how it works. We'll have chat up, but we will say zero words the whole time. That's the plan.
We'll play a game on it without communicating.
Yeah, just mashing cards. We'll figure something out. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one.